on-field training officers when I started. Since then, I've worked a number of capacities within the Sheriff's Office. The jail, the radio room, patrol. My current assignment now is I work with our Child Support Enforcement Agency, and I'm also in charge of our training. In charge of 140 different deputies, keeping track of all the state, just like you guys got to do. It's a lot of work, a lot of training, a lot of refresher courses we go through. I'm also the team leader on we have a countywide tactical SWAT team. Consists of our guys. We have 4 Pickerington police officers on our team also. So basically, I run our county SWAT team. Anytime we do any training missions, we do a search warrant for our drug guys. It's my job to go out, scout the house, put the mission together, sign it out, and here's what we do. So a lot of responsibility. I take a lot of this stuff to heart. Something I truly believe in. This stuff's real. It's here. I hate to say it. It can happen anywhere. So hopefully you guys will get something out of this, okay? So moving along. So I'm going to zip through a lot of this. Just our mission statement. Hope you all can see that. We'll do that. Go to the next slide. It's just straightforward information. It's not, you guys are adults. Not a lot of sensitive information in here. There's a few videos I have. I don't think we'll have time to show them, but I'll kind of brief you on them once we get to them. Just a little bit about us real quick. 120. We have about 20 auxiliary officers or volunteer, like volunteer firemen or volunteer policemen. 24 SWAT officers on call. 80 patrol guys out each shift that we have out. That's just us. We also police the city of Canal Winchester. We have a minimum of 2 guys over there patrolling the city, 4 at a time sometimes. It's typically 5 to 8 of us out on duty at a time. And then we have a rapid response cruiser, which has got all of our basic things that we need. God forbid an active shooter we're starting here. We have shields. We would have, if we need to get into some, we have breaching tools to get into rooms, just until we can get our team, because we're a call-out team. We're not on duty 24 hours a day. All right, so we got to call guys in from home. Some of these guys work night shift. They might be in bed, so it can take time to get our team out. And it works that way if we get barricades. Sometimes it can take an hour for us to get our entire team put together to get up and take care of situations. Like I said, 24 SWAT officers on call. This consists of 4 Pickerington police officers also. Active shooter events, I'll talk about a few of them. Just some of the bigger or major ones that have happened over the past 3 or 4 years. And then civilian response, and then law enforcement response. When we respond, what we like to see you do, what to expect when we show up also. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself.
Back up.
Nope, you're good. You're good. I like this quote. This is why the plan is needed. Experience is something you get right after you need it. It's why we train. Okay. I don't have all the experience in the world in some of this stuff, but I want to make sure that I'm trained for it for when it does happen. If it does happen. We don't name them. I will show some pictures of some guys from previous Columbine. I'm not going to give their names out. They don't deserve it. Some important definitions I want to go through. What an active shooter is, what barricaded suspect is, hostage situation, terrorist siege, and last but not least, here we go, active shooter. If you guys experience anything in a school like this, is probably what you're going to go through. Okay, an active shooter. It's fast. Their job is to get in and cause as much carnage, chaos as quick as possible, and they want to take as many lives as possible. Barricade hostage, we deal with a lot of, we go serve warrants, things like that. Suicidal people, they'll barricade themselves in houses. And then a hostage taker. Barricade and a hostage, if they have a hostage, we got 2 different scenarios. Okay, the hostage, you're in there by yourself, time's on my side. If there's a hostage in there, depending on the situation, time may or may not be on my side then. Terror siege, dealing with a lot of Al-Qaeda, things like that. And then some differences between these. Active shooters are dynamic. They're fast evolving. Okay, they're going to be running the halls. They're going to do as much destruction as possible. And then barricade and hostage, they're static. Time's on our side. We slow things down. Okay, like I said, time's on my side, depending on the situation. This is just a video. We'll screen through this. This is just to kind of show how chaotic events can happen. This was a concert. A fire broke out. Everybody just at first was kind of like, no big deal, it's not really happening. I know that a lot of people lost their lives because nobody could get out after it was too late. So you can skip through that video. So I don't have a lot of time. Mark told me at like 15 minutes before I started.
You think it's better than Do you want to stay?
Anyway, different reactions to active shooters or any of these situations. You're going to fight, you're going to flight, or you're going to freeze. Okay? We want to see you do number one, number two. Okay? If need be, we want to see you fight. We want to see you run and get out of the school buildings. Okay? Hopefully that's what you guys are doing or what you're training or planning for, is to get out. Or you're going to freeze. And some people do that. I've even seen guys that I work with doing some pretty sticky situations where they freeze up for a second. When you freeze up, it's not good. Body reacts different ways. Why does it do what it does? Here it is in mind, can go where it has never been. So it's never been there, that's why we train. That's why we prepare for this stuff. Deliberation, we teach our guys when we go on these SWAT raids or these missions, I have to tell my guys, breathe. Okay, control your breathing. People start hyperventilating, they start stressing out. You're not going to make rational decisions. It's the same with us. When we get in these high-profile situations, I have to tell myself sometimes, TJ, slow down and breathe, okay?
I'm not sure.
PowerPoint showed it, did it to me today like 3 times.
Did it? Don't send. Just say okay.
Don't send.
Do I just X out here?
Close it out, yeah, redo it.
It's that Chris.
This has happened before. Our mind has been here, so we do.
Breathe, I know, right? Alright. And I go through.
The PD.
Don't.
You would do.
Yeah, keep going, and we'll probably do 20 slides.
I wasn't sure if there was like, where to go to.
Oh, yeah. You won't hack it.
Yeah, balance practice.
Also, one of the other videos on there was just a reenactment of the Columbine. I've seen the actual video from the library on that. It's pretty gut-wrenching. And I like to say, if we get anything good out of these active shooters over the past several years on a law enforcement standpoint, is we're getting better on training you folks how to respond from these. Basically, how to save your lives and your students' lives. Like I said, stress affects your performance decision. Same with my job. Tunnel vision, I've been there before. Auditory, it's going to shut down. Sensory overload. I've been in houses where the guy right behind me with an M4 fired a round off. I don't know if you ever heard an assault rifle go off, but they are loud. Didn't hear it. Okay? The guy was a foot behind me. So it's the same. It's going to happen with us too. Okay? And you're going to fall to your level of training. That's why we train. And train and train and train and train. You're only as good as what you get out of training or how much you train. Just some of your different heart rates. We're about 60 beats per minute. 90 when you start getting the tunnel vision. Your ears are going to start shutting down. You get into red. It's where the heart rate's going up. You're going to start making bad decisions. You get into the gray and blacks when your body's starting to shut down. You get into those, that's not good. The OODA loop, anybody heard of this? Observe, to orient, decide, and then to act. Colonel John Boyd, one of the military people. Okay. Air Force General, he's come up with this OODA loop. This is what we like to do when we go on these SWAT raids. We will take like flashbangs. You ever heard one of them go off? We kick the door in, we chuck one of them off, in a few seconds, boom, it goes off. You ever heard one of them go off? They will bust your OODA loop, okay? That's buying me time to get into the house. So let's say, for instance, I'm just going to throw, there's a cup of water right there, okay? I observe that that's what that is, right? I want to orient that with water. I'm thirsty. I'm going to decide I'm going to go over and pick that up. Okay, it could be a cup of water, it could be a gun. Same thing with a bad guy. So he decides he's gonna go get that because I'm coming in his door. We throw the flashbang in, boom, that thing goes off. 99% of the time, them guys hit the deck. They don't want no part of these things. I just broke their OODA loop. Does that make sense? That's what you want to do. If somebody comes into your classroom, a gunman, whatever it is, don't stand there and do nothing. Break his OODA loop, okay? You want to get him out of this. He's decided what he's coming in to do. Do something. Don't do nothing, okay? It works for us too. We do it. Just prepare for active shooters, deliberation. Just play the stuff in your mind, the what ifs. I do it all the time at work too, going to these calls. Thinking what if, what if, what if. Okay, I go with what information I have. I play it over my head while driving down the highway. Play the what if game. It works. In Special Forces, some quotes I like to put in there. It says, if you get in the right state of mind, your body will naturally follow. Trust me, it will. I feel like I'm going kind of fast, but I don't have a lot of time there. Just some different active shooter events. I kind of put this chart together just from 2000. But what I'm trying to do is just see how different size of each dot, okay? Explains how many people were shot or killed. So since 2000, and just watch. It's going to get faster and faster and faster. This stuff that's getting more and more popular. I mean, just look what happened Sunday night in Canada. They went into a mosque and shot people just because they don't like their religion. They don't like your skin color. Whatever it is, it's here. So you can see it's getting faster. I think I went to 2013, I think is where I finally stopped. I kind of ran out of room on here. All right, it's here. It's happening. But take a close look. It's in our region. Okay, it's in this part of the United States. A lot of them Southern California. But in Ohio, we rank in the top 5 in the states for active shooters. Okay,
Ohio
so
and
we have to be
Pennsylvania.
prepared for this. You guys, does that make sense to you? What I'm trying to get across to you? It's here. It's happening. Good.
Look at Chicago.
160. Before more people have died in shootings, whether it's a school, a church, shopping malls, whatever it is. You can buzz through all this. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to. Shooter, no profile, and mindset. Some will broadcast this stuff. You just get through some of this. So be your students. Some will broadcast this. They'll talk to their kids about it. Report that stuff, okay? Not only your staff, but we need to know about that stuff too. 5 stages of the active shooter. Go ahead, you can buzz through it. Don't fantasize about it. Post this stuff. I put MySpace on there. I'm not into that social media stuff. Playing stage, they're really playing it out, okay? This was the Virginia Tech shooter. He played it out. He posted it online, okay? Knowing that most of these people are not going to fight for their lives, they're going to sit there and they're going to hide under tables. He went and bought these dummies. And he just practiced walking through it, shooting these things, okay? Be playing for it. And they're going to prepare. They're going to go out and get all the stuff they need. Guns, whatever it is, bomb-making materials. They're going to plan for it. So the more that they are ready to do this, they're going to start becoming more dangerous. They're going to make the decision, most of them, to kill. We have to be careful with them too when we approach them. Even if they're in a planning stage where they haven't acted out, but we may want to go talk to them, we have to be careful on that approach. In the operation stage, here it is. Okay, they're going to carry out what they plan on doing. 96% of them, they're males. Don't know why that is. It's just an FBI statistic I found. Schools, about a quarter of them. Okay, some from the schools, businesses, shopping malls, offices, things like that. Outdoors, and then others I put churches, malls, whatever it is. Most of them have some kind of connection. 55% and then 45% do not. That's where you get into the people shooting the churches up just because they don't simply like your religion. Number of deaths, it's how quick we can respond. You folks are lucky to be here where you're at. Where I live in the southeast part of this county, right? We're Perry and Hawkins. Okay, you guys are lucky to have a school resource officer, for one, that's on campus pretty close. You go down around where I live, where my kids go to school, or down in Amanda, Clear Creek District, you got one deputy that patrols probably about 200 some square miles. Okay, that's if he's in his district. There may be a 2-deputy call that comes in on the other side down toward Bremen or Rushville, and he's getting sent over there. It's the way we work, okay? So you guys are pretty lucky to have that. So how quickly we can respond. Target availability is another big deal. Another FBI statistic is 3-minute response. Depending on where you're at, that's good. Columbus, where you have police everywhere, you guys, like I said, you're lucky to be where you're at. So a lot of civilian response, have a plan. Surviving active shooter situations. Threat assessments, something the school needs to kind of have a plan for when this does happen. I'm sure that they do. You can skip through all this. This is just an app that we have, that I have on my phone, that if we do have an active shooter within, I think I have it set up within like 30 square miles, that will set my phone off, even if I'm not working, so we can respond to those. Denial, this has got a thing where it's got gunshots. I always say this, and it's, even in my line of work, go with your gut. If something doesn't feel right, go with your gut instinct, okay? I tell you right now, it's saved my life more than once, all right? I like to throw out the situation of a traffic stop I made several years back, where heard a boom, stopped and looked, thought it was a car backfiring. What it was, a guy had actually popped a round off at me. After I went up to the car, got the driver's license, and started walking back to my cruiser. Thank God for me, the gun jammed. So go with your gut instinct. At first I thought, no, there's no way that was backfire. I said, popped the round off at me. It could have been worse. And I kept going back to the car and ignored it. Virginia Tech massacre. Keep going here. What he did, very well thought out plan. And I kind of put this together here. I want to show you what, this is Norris Hall, okay? What he did, he goes in, he chain locks and padlocks the doors to this. So you got both doors down each end, okay? So what I'm trying to show you, what he does is he goes in down through here, okay? They start hearing the chaos, the carnage. 19 people present, he kills 12 and wounds 6. All right? Goes over to this room, kills 10, wounds 2. These people here in these rooms are catching on. Uh-oh, something's happening. We better do something. Okay? They can't get out. Start jumping out windows. Think of other ways to get out, okay? Can't do it. These kids barricaded the door. After the first time, he goes in, he shoots that particular classroom up, leaves. In fact, they barricaded it. They barricaded, he didn't get in. Okay? He didn't really spend a lot of time in that classroom because he couldn't get in. Remember, he wants to cause as much chaos, he wants to kill as many people as he can as possible. Let me scroll through all this. This was just, she was a survivor of Virginia Tech. I got to listen to her speak at a conference a couple of summers ago. Very brave young lady here. Just something simple we don't want you doing is hiding and doing nothing. If it's your last thing that you have to do, hide. But don't do nothing. Do nothing is probably not going to fare too well for you. You can skip through this. Avoid, deny, and defend. Goes back to just like the Alice training, okay? Try to avoid it. Deny them entry into your classroom, whatever it is. If they do get in, defend yourself. I don't care if you got to pick the computer up, chuck it at them. Break that OODA loop, fight for your life, okay? Same with me out on the streets. If I don't defend myself and I don't do anything, I'm probably not going to go home to my family. Think of it that way. This is a school board meeting in Panama City, I believe. It's a pretty good video. You should YouTube it. Guy walks in with a gun, and they all just stand there and look at him. You see a few people scatter out. Then he ends up taking shots at some of the school board members. Guy must be a terrible shot because he's standing from me to you guys and you can't hit him. So, could they have done something more? Yeah, they could have. This goes back to breaking that OODA loop thing. Leave ASAP. If you can hear the chaos in one end of the building and you think it's safe to get out, go run the opposite way. Okay? And I get this from a lot of staff members from schools when I do these. Everybody's afraid of like the liability. I can tell you right now, I don't know a jury in this world that's gonna convict you of any wrongdoing for losing a kid that runs out the back on you, okay? Get them out of here, okay? I told my kids, I don't care what your teacher says, you get out. Okay, I'd rather find little Johnny skipping rocks in the pond down here, okay, than be dragging him out of here in a body bag. I mean, it's what it is. Virginia Tech right here, consider some secondary exits. So avoid, deny, lock the door, lights out, out of sight. Shut your phones off, don't text, do nothing. Okay, as quiet as can be. Barricade, you shove everything you can. 20 desks, if you have 30 in there, shove all 30 of them. Just keep piling as much stuff up there as you can. Something simple to use, simple as a shoestring, some kind of rope. Deny them. I'm trying to get you to think outside the box, okay? There's other options besides just barricading your door if you can't get out. Positioning, fighting for the gun. If you have to. I'm not going to stand there while somebody points a gun at me. I'm going to try to defend it, okay? What I'm trying to get to is the closer you can get to him, the less likely he is to shoot you. You're fighting over the weapon. I can stand there all day and shoot a piece of paper target that's not moving. Probably put it around like I think I'm a pretty good shot. Put a pattern in like that. If you fight for that gun, or you throw something at me, I can guarantee you I probably couldn't hit that wall. But skip them off the floor, that's what you want. Survival thing. He's Lieutenant Ryan Murphy. You ever get a chance to YouTube this guy? He is was a police lieutenant in the suburb of Milwaukee. This guy takes like 18 rounds. Okay, gets into a gun battle. Well, he doesn't have any luck. Gets out of his cruiser. This guy engages him at a mosque. Fires one round. Bullet comes. It hits the gun and disables his gun. He has no gun. He's done. The guy just standing there up top of him, just pumping rounds into him. Told himself, there's no way I'm going to let this guy kill me. Just get in the mindset, okay? He's a true hero, a true survivor. He shouldn't be standing here talking today. Very interesting, very, if you get a chance to listen to him, it's good. Most of these attend, or the attacks will win. Pre-police, they'll show up. They'll simply commit suicide most of the time. Just like in Columbine. You can skip through all this stuff. And then just some different heroic citizens that we have. Like I said, you see there's one from Ohio. Just trying to keep you guys in mind the Alice stuff. Barricade the doors as a last resort. Don't stand there and do nothing. Okay. Fight for your life. Get out. Okay. I know I went through that really quick. It's just kind of a refresher for you. A few things that I kind of skipped up on too is when we respond to the scene, whether it's Mark's the first one here on the scene, or whether it's 15 guys here on the scene, you gotta understand our job is to come in, we're gonna run to threat. My job is to come in and take it out and stop it, okay? If you're injured, you're laying on the floor, we're not gonna stop and help you, but we wanna know also where they're at, okay? So try to keep calm. Show hands. I don't know who you are, all right? I'm a human being too. My adrenaline's gonna be going 100 miles per hour also. So keep that in mind. Just have a plan. Think outside the box. You guys 7th and 8th grade students, roughly. And I try to tell even the elementary staff that sometimes you may be in a classroom for a very, very long time. So keep that in mind. If you got a little Johnny in there, it may take hours sometimes. It may take us days to get through an entire school. Okay? So I'll stick around. I know I went fast through that. I told you to get you out of here by 3. It's just a few minutes till. But if you have any comments, questions, concerns for me, I'll stick around. But thanks for your time.
So that leads us into tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll have our first drill, active shooter drill, and what it will consist of is it'll be, we'll probably do it sometime in the morning. So probably second period, around second period. I'm giving you guys forewarning this time. When we do it in the future, obviously, we won't have so much warning. However, what this drill will consist of, and again, the piece, the Alice piece, obviously alert, lockdown, inform, counter, escape. I'll go over that on the announcement. So what I'll do is I'll come over the announcements, and I'll let everybody know, hey, at this time we're going into our intruder drill. I don't know if I'll say active shooter or not, but I'll say, intruder drill. What I really want you guys to do is to begin the dialogue with the kids, right? So, hopefully they'll be attentive. This is a sobering topic, and you guys make sure that they're attentive. And I want to start the dialogue and get them thinking about, and get you all thinking also of what you would do in that situation. Obviously, Alice is empowering to us because I can remember as a kid, you were always taught to hide in the corner somewhere and duck under a desk or what have you. And as TJ just explained, at that point you become sitting ducks. And you see how the guy went in and he was training, just shooting stationary things. And that's how we were taught, right? So this is an empowering piece where, we're being taught to fight back. So what I'll do is I'll come up with announcements. I'll talk a little bit about Alice and what the acronym stands for. Hopefully you guys can hear that. And then what I'll do is I'll go into some scenarios. And I'll give you guys time in between each scenario to talk with your kid, okay, so with your students about, hey, if the intruder was in this area of the building, what do you guys think we should do? Or what should we do? And you guys can kind of process and talk through that. Okay, if he's right outside of our door, do we barricade? Do we try to escape? And just kind of process so we can get the wheels turning on what we need to do. And again, that decision is up to you all as professionals. I trust you all. If you feel like you guys need to escape by all means. And again, not tomorrow. We're just talking through it tomorrow. So no one is moving anywhere. All right? You're staying in your classrooms. And again, I'll be clear about that when I come over the announcements. But again, we want to start the dialogue. So I'll give 4 scenarios about where an intruder or active shooter is in the building, and we'll give you guys time to process that with your students and kind of talk through what you guys would think the best plan of action is for that time. Okay? Everybody looks real serious right now.
So one question that we had last year, and I don't think we ever came to a good answer on it, is the location to meet up, because you're supposed to have some kind of a meeting point.
Yeah.
And we talked about north, we always said it was either north and or over there at, what is that place? Hickory Lakes. But the problem is that we talked about is if you tell the kids, if they're really planning, they're gonna put people there.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, that was one of those things.
But people, kind of told people, like, I don't know, it's just this whole big area of what do you tell kids, what do you not, because last year when we did it and people were to escape, then you have to tell the kids, this is where we're going.
Right.
There's
So,
pros and cons to that.
I know.
I agree with you. Just like fire alarms, they call them these bomb threats,
Yeah.
Get them out, okay, now I gotta hold.
So do we tell them that this is our meeting place?
I could, well, you can answer that. I would say, I know last year at North, we did not tell our kids, and we instructed our teachers not to tell.
Oh, when we did that practice drill, like, some people were like headed that way.
Yeah.
Some people end up in the
Some
ditch.
people went to the farm.
But we stopped at the street.
We go through we went through the bus lot and stuff, didn't we? We go way up there, like.
Some people end up in the ditch over there.
Go to my house, guys.
Oh, yeah, we can meet at, Sarah's
Now, listen, we could leave the meeting place the same. That I know at North, and again, this is what we told our teachers is our planned meeting place were the 2 churches. So Sycamore Creek, and then the church off of
Behind Kroger.
behind Kroger. So those were, but we never told our kids. What's our meeting place here?
Ours was either north or Hickory Lakes.
North.
Yeah. I don't agree. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense either, though, because like to have it be another school. Yeah, that's what we did, but now you think back, it's like,
Wait,
another school?
Which is the building you were trying to get out of.
this is what we'll do. So hopefully we have, you know,
For now, keep it
Yeah.
Hickory Lake.
yeah, we'll have time.
We'll let you know if it's different.
Yes, if it's different, we'll have time. You know, again, don't tell the students that obviously. And when we have our drills, though it'll be somewhat of a surprise, you know, we plan to give you guys notice because, you know, obviously, you know, we plan to do a drill during this week because we don't want it to become crazy, but we do want to make sure we're alert and we're going through the process. Also, you know, I know our last drill at North, we, 2 of them, I believe. One we brought, Mark was in and he was the active shooter and he had on the vest, you know, this bright yellow vest, and he was going around. You know, so we'll plan something like that. One we did where, well, actually we didn't do it, but we said we were going to plan to do it this year. There is where, because he will go around and, you know, kind of insinuate the kids, hey, you're dead right now. But we're going to have kids actually sit down so we can start getting a count of, hey, who would have survived and who would not have survived, or who would have got hit. I don't know if that's something we want to do, and I'll talk to family, kind of talk that. But again, we want to make this. I mean, this is real, and as you see, it's upon us. So, if we, like TJ said, if our minds never go there, then we won't know how to respond when it does happen, or if it does happen. God forbid. So, that's the plan for tomorrow. All right. Be aware.
Can I just say, there are 3 8th grade students in the building that this is their first year in American schools. This is new to them.
Yeah.
I talked to them today when they were with me, letting them know that this was gonna happen, but if they're with you whenever we have this tomorrow, just kind of be alert to the fact that this is completely foreign to them. And whether
That's
they need a
good.
little more explanation.
Absolutely, and that's the point of this, to kind of talk through. And again, I'll talk through the ALICE acronym over the PA. So you know, I would have students and they can take notes so that, you know, make sure that they're engaged. You know, I know we talk about we don't like that.
I think we also need to reiterate to them about the phones.
Yes.
That was a big problem.
That-
That was either
that's
stay
huge.
there. They have to stay off of them, and
Yes.
we have to hold them even during this time accountable. Put your phones away
Put your
or
phones away.
whatever you need to do. But that was our big issue last year.
Do they need to
Absolutely.
be off?
That's good.
Well, they need to be off of them, but off would be
But I mean,
best.
yeah,
Because you know they're gonna start blowing up if parents start calling or whatever.
So,
Off is where we should be.
should we ask them to turn them off?
That's what we talk.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
That's good.
Because essentially, I think they put locks on both sides as a result of the ALICE training. So what's the reason for why we don't have locks inside the door? I mean, they're fine outside, but why aren't they on both sides? What's the reason?
Do they have locks inside?
You have to go out in the
I don't know. We can park
I
like
think
that.
fire safety, you can't.
Lock them in. You can
I
let people in.
lock your kids in.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
Not that I know of. I don't know. Hey, I got a great question here, Pam, and I don't. So, during the lunches, if something was to happen during the lunches, I know at North, obviously we told our duty aides and everybody working in the lunchroom to get out as fast as you can, and they also knew the meeting space as well. So you just, I mean, and that, if, you know, if that was to occur at that time, obviously, you know, our goal was to save as many students as possible, save ourselves. So, I mean, it's that whole, if you're in the open area, I mean, there's many openings to, you know, the lunchroom at North, and also here's a few of them. You know, they get out as quickly as possible. Get out